What's up guys, Chartsmith here, back at it again with another trade. As you can see, price hit our entry and moved up pretty fast. After that it came back for a second for that higher low. I got a bit worried there, I can't lie to you guys. But after all, stick to the plan, and as you can see in a moment, it smashed all our TPs after making that high low at our entry. It wasn't the easiest trade to take. There were some technicals that could have taken people in the wrong direction, but we are built different. So we took this trade and it was a banger, as you can see. It realized us for almost $1,000, which is close to 4 risk to reward for me. And when this live trade is over, I will take you into the technicals and explain to you why it wasn't the easiest trade to take. But if you are at the right end when others are wrong, you are gonna make some profit. So let's get into the chart. Let's start with analyzing our higher time frame. As I said in my previous video, until we break this high over here, we're in a downtrend. But in our local picture, price has shifted towards an uptrend, making this our low, our higher high, our higher low. That is confirmed here because price went over this high. So what we know right now is in between this low and this high, we can search for a higher low. But as you can see, we have this massive SMT on the highs, which can signal for a lot of people who can expect for price to move towards the downside. But that is different for me, because as you can see here, internally we made this high and this higher low. This low took us to this high that broke structure over here. So for me, it is looking for longs until we're gonna break below this low, and then I can be interested into looking shorts for that high low at a point like this, or even over here, as we did here, really close to this low. So for me, it was looking to longs until we're gonna break that low, even with this massive SMT on the highs. So with that in mind, we can go towards lower time frames. Story isn't really different on a 50-minute. It is looking towards longs until we're gonna break this low. It will change on the 5-minute, because here's where I get my local confirmation towards looking for my long entry, and that was over here. As you can see, we're making lower highs, lower lows, lower high, lower low. So for me, I'm not gonna look for longs till we took our last lower high, which is over here. This right here was my signal. Okay, price is ready to take liquidity from the highs. If we're gonna leave open this low, then I'm gonna enter a long. And that is because this low brought us towards hunting this high, signaling we can look towards liquidity in the upside. So if we're gonna leave this open, it is expected we can make a higher low and then a higher high. So now we know until we're gonna take this low, I'm looking for longs. In between this low and this high, I can expect a higher low. What I want to see for that entry is at least a SMT over here. Normally I would want a lower time frame break as well, but because we already took something on the higher time frame, I'm not that strict with it. When we took this low, we also made a SMT. And as I said before, I'm looking for longs until we're gonna break this low. We didn't break the low, we made an SMT. So I can expect for price to move towards the upside. Yes, maybe I should have waited for price to take this high for the best confirmation, but I thought, okay, we have this SMT, our higher time frame is still bullish because we didn't take this low on the higher time frame, and we left open this low on our local time frame. So I'm gonna be aggressive here and take this entry either way. I have a nice stop loss because this is the low you want to see protected if we're gonna move towards the upside. And I have a good entry because when we made this SMT, we made this gap here. And in this move up, we had a candle with no wick on the bottom. Most of the times, price will come back to that candle and wick it. So it practically has a wick. So my entry was at this no wick body. Stop loss below this low, and then I'm gonna target new highs. As you can see, after taking this high, price came back, making that higher low, making it a high confluence play because you broke the high on the local time frame as well, left open your low once again. So even with that higher time frame SMT on the highs and all the local price action pointing towards the downside, I had plans for taking longs in between some points, and as you can see, it works perfectly. It smashes your TPs and even made new highs, making it a big trade of over 7 risk to reward. And on the higher time frame, making this your higher low for your new higher high, as I said in the beginning. And that is why you don't want to get blinded by a big SMT like that, and have to learn the basics of the market structure and know when you have to look for shorts and for longs with the right confluences. I hope I made you a bit wiser with this recap. I hope you learned something new. If you did, please leave behind a comment and subscribe to the channel for the future videos. And I will see you in the next one.